Welcome to Books and Besties, the virtual book fair. Share this link with others and get ready for something awesome. Books and Besties, the virtual book fair. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're in, we are grateful that you have joined us for today's episode of Books and Besties. I am Dr. Angie BEE. I'm your co-host for the day, and I really feel this in my spirit. This is the day the Lord has made. I'm rejoicing and I'm glad about it. I'm just glad in it. I'm glad with it. And I hope you join me. Really, really excited to introduce you to my co-host, our associate producer for the show, Author Avalon Brown. She is a jewel. Come on in the studio, Avalon.
Good morning.
Yep, you got a new title. Associate
I heard
producer.
it.
Yep. So put it on your bio, girl, because all your work has just been wonderful.
Thank you.
So, how's the weather where you are?
It's a rainy day today.
Oh,
Cloudy and rainy.
Okay, no snow on the ground?
No.
Okay, that's good.
They keep predicting it, but it hasn't come yet.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it's kind of sunny here in Jacksonville, Florida. There's a chill in the air, but we still got the sunshine, and I'm grateful for it.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm. So, what you been up to this week? Writing?
Well, yes, helping others and working on my book about my son, and the trials and tribulation he went through and how I saw it, through a mother's eyes of him going through addiction, being homeless, and then coming back to church, going back up. And now he's a certified chef, got his own apartment and doing well. So I'm writing about through a mother's eyes of me, how I felt, how I was seeing it as he was going through it, and the obedience that I had to be to God, and the hurtfulness being obedient because, God was telling me to get out the way, let him go through his lesson. And, as a mother, we be trying to hold on to those apron strings, and God was cutting it. So it was something I also had to go through. So I'm just writing about my experience.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Because, I raised daughters, and cutting the apron string, you definitely want to do that. But, my mother always said that women who raise sons raise them differently than women who raise daughters. And but I think that common denominator is those apron strings. My daughters are in their 30s now, and I'm still calling and checking what's going on. And so that's going to be a good book, a good book. Yeah. So I've talked to a couple of mothers and grandmothers in my ministry that really have trouble releasing their young men, especially if they need to be incarcerated. They'll call and say, "You got to pray that my son don't go to prison."
Well, he did a 30-day jail sentence. He had to go for 30 days. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was just all of that, and especially like me being a nurse, I didn't even know about him going through this for a long time because the family wasn't telling me. They saw him and they knew, and his wife and ex-wife knew, but they wouldn't tell me the full extent of what was going on
Mm-mm.
until he really got out there and was homeless.
Mm-mm.
Because he,
Mm-mm.
like when I saw him, I couldn't tell he was high. That's how
Wow.
well he functioned while he was taking it.
Wow.
Like I would see maybe the glassy eye and suspect, but of
Yeah.
course he was saying, "Mom, no, mine ain't not wrong with me." you know,
Yeah. My God. I tell you, there are babies, but they really can grow up and have us
Mhm.
thinking, who raised you to be that way? Who raised
Right,
you to do that?
right,
Where did you learn that from?
right. A
Mhm.
lot of sleepless night, a lot of teary nights, because it's like, how did my son get to that? And I didn't know.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I found out this week that we have a 19-year-old in our family who has rededicated himself to church and to God.
Hmm.
He's been reading his Bible, and he also gave up, smoking a substance. And I'm
Yeah,
so proud of them. But you're right, they got to go through it on their own.
yeah, yeah.
You know, they
Because
really,
now he's a minister. Now he's a minister. He's an
wow.
ordained minister now. Yeah, so you wouldn't need to look at him now. You wouldn't even thought he went through all of that.
Mm, mm, mm. That is incredible. Incredible. Okay, we got a couple of viewers on YouTube. Welcome to Books and Besties. And we've got a couple on our Facebook page that are watching us now. So shout out to our audience members. Please leave a comment where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country. We really would like to know how we can stay in touch with you. Really would like to. Mhm. All right. Guess what?
What's going on now?
Look at this lineup. Just look at this lineup. We're brand new. We've got a brand new radio station, City Worship Radio, and Mornings with the Queen Bee. We're on Saturday mornings from 8 to 10. And they sent me this
Wow.
little image to see. Yeah, I'm in good company. I, I really am. So,
Nice.
yeah, we're excited to announce that because as more and more of you decide you want to advertise on Books and Besties, we also have a package where you can advertise on the radio show. So that show is on Saturday mornings. This show is on weekdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And we're also on another radio station from 6 to 8. So 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., we're on the Jericho Broadcast Network. Then 8 to 10, we're on New Life International Radio. And now Saturdays, we're on City Worship Radio. So I know several of you are trying to figure out how to promote your books and your events and your ministries and your businesses, and we can successfully do that for you.
Hmm.
6 days a week. Well, 5 days a week and one weekend. How's that? So I just wanted to be able to put that out there. I was so honored to see this when they sent it to me. I truly was.
That's
So
awesome. Yeah.
mhm. All right, looks like James D. White Sr. has arrived. And so we'd love for you to tell us about him before we bring him into the show.
Okay, now James D. White Sr. is a devoted minister, accomplished gospel singer, two-time cancer survivor,
Mm.
actor, and a published author with whose life reflects faith, perseverance, and purpose. Raised on a farm in South Jersey, wow, his early roots in church and music shaped a lifelong calling to serve and inspire. He has shared the stage with gospel greats such as Douglas Miller, James Moore, Timothy Wright, and Tremaine Hawkins, using music as ministry to uplift others. Ordained as an elder, he has also helped establish churches and mentor believers within the faith community. A survivor of both colon and prostate cancer,
Mm, mm.
Jane's testimony stands as a powerful witness to God's sustaining grace. He is the author of You Can Make It Through the Storm, and If You Did It, You Own It, with more works forthcoming, whether through ministry, music, writing, or acting. James D. White Sr. continues to live and speak from the place of unwavering faith and resilience.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you, thank you, thank you.
yes.
Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good
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 morning.
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 How are you?
We're great. I'm great.
Good.
Yeah,
Good. Great.
I know I am. And I'm honored to meet you. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
Pleasure to meet you both.
So many
Mhm.
accomplishments. Where do we start? We're going to let you start telling your story.
Oh man, my story is I've abbreviated story. I've grown up in church, grown up, dealing with certain different things in life. Um, I'm a son of I have three siblings, well, two siblings passed with me. I'm the last one. I'm the only one left. Um, I've just been through different things in life, but I thank God He brought me through. You know, and,
Amen.
it's just I've learned to thank God for everything,
Ooh,
good
yes.
good
Yes, yes,
good and bad.
yes.
You know,
Wow.
What made you decide to write this book?
um, well, it because I went through a bad time in life. Going through in 2014, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. You know, um, I didn't want to believe it, so I waited a year. I waited a year, and but God kept me, and it did. The great cancer didn't grow. It stayed the same. So I had that taken care of. Um, then in 2022, 23, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and that was a biggie there. But
Yeah.
through it all, I've journaled everything going through my life. I like to journal things down, and I just think the idea for the book was I wanted to inspire others. Cause I know a lot of people that who hear the word cancer and give up.
Hmm.
And God didn't say give up. That's when you put your more trust into Him. That He's going to bring you through, and that's what I did, and that's what He did. He showed Himself faithful. So this is myself. This the books I write now, I show myself faithful to God.
Mm,
Let people know, you can make it, no matter what you start.
Right.
We're either going through, we're coming out, or we get ready to go back in. So
yes.
this just gives you
Yeah, that's
strength to
true.
keep on going.
So the book, If You Did It, Own It, what is that about?
That book is about accountability. I don't know if you know people that want to place blame on things. Say, well, I didn't do it, but yet they want to place the blame on other people. But you got to be accountable for your own stuff. You know, you can't pass the buck on. If you did it, own it. I'm a
Mm,
father of 9 children, and I'll tell everybody, look, I was not a good father. I was out in the streets. I was doing my thing, but I had to learn. I had to go back to think of what I did and talk to my children and say, look, admit to them, look, I wasn't bad. I was not a good father to you, and
mm,
I have to. And I've been building my relationships with my children. And we're all good now because
mm.
it took me being responsible and being accountable for what I did. And
Yes,
the book
Lord.
Yes.
and the
Yeah,
book,
yeah.
the book just tells people to be accountable for what you do.
Yes,
Saying I'm sorry doesn't hurt. It doesn't
yes,
make you any weaker. It makes you stronger to say I'm sorry. You know.
yes,
So,
yes.
mhm.
Can we back up just a little bit? You said something.
Yes.
You said you got diagnosed and then you waited for a year. What
Yes.
what were you waiting for? And
I,
what
Mhm.
well, my father, I'm a product of my father. He was a hard worker, and I believed I work. So I said, well, I gotta work. I gotta be the busy bee. I gotta work. I gotta provide. I gotta provide. So I said, I'll be all right. But God, I just thank God because that could have grew.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've learned from that now. I've
So
learned.
at what point did you give in though?
Um, the point I gave in is when I realized, well, my father. I looked at my father. My father worked, and he lived to 104.
Mm.
He all he did was work, and I didn't want to be the product of not enjoying life. My father died and didn't get a chance to enjoy life because he was so busy working. And I thought I had the mentality of, well, I got to work, to provide and not enjoy life. But that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
You got to enjoy life because life is short.
Mm-hmm.
You got to learn to enjoy life and take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You do.
okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you didn't
Yeah.
experience any pain or hard symptoms that
Uh,
said, "Yeah, I better go to the doctor and let's do
no,
this."
you know what? They found it in a colonoscopy. That's how they found it. When I had that,
Mm.
um, they couldn't remove it. As they do that, the procedure, they couldn't do it because it was embedded. So I said I'll be all right. It's not protruding, so I'll be all right. But it could have grown. It really could have. And thank
Yeah.
God that when they did the surgery and they took out part of your intestines and stuff, but there was no, after they tested it, they said, well, no, you're good. We got it all. We're good. And I just
Mm.
thank God because that it could have went to my lymph noises, all that.
Right. Wow.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And my mission
So
now is, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you, so how long after the colon cancer that the prostate cancer showed up?
Uh, Almost 9 years later.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
goodness.
Yeah, nine
Wow.
years. Yeah. And again, I was working, still doing what I was trying to be the provider, but that was more severe. The prostate,
Yeah, I
because they
can
had to remove
imagine.
them.
Yeah.
They had to remove your entire prostate, and that recovery
Hmm.
for that is I'm still basically trying to recover from that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
know,
It takes time.
yeah,
Takes
yeah.
time.
It takes
But
time.
look at how God kept you.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
I remember
Oh,
my grandparents talking about, if you get to the 5-year mark, with no remission or no cancer, you're good. So
Yes,
I cannot imagine you're at the 9-year mark,
yeah.
not even thinking about anything.
Right. It
mm,
comes back, work. Little
Mm-hmm.
vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
But
wow.
I thank God that
Mm-hmm.
He delivered me from that.
Uh,
It's just amazing what God does to get your attention.
yes.
Right. Right. And thank you for sharing that you journal.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
many women talk about how they journal. It is a rare treat to hear from a man who
right.
says that he journals. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
yes. You have to journal. You have to write it down. You do because you're building a legacy. So there's a lot of things you write down that once you go on, the kids may discover it and find out. Oh, okay, my
Hmm.
dad was it. Oh, okay. You know.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
true. Yep. Yeah. So are you still singing? I see you're a gospel singer too.
Yeah, I still sing once in a while.
For like shows, you do a show or it's in
Well,
church?
I sing. Well, that's another story. I sing when I'm invited to sing.
Okay.
I have to say that.
Mhm.
I also have to tell you, if I can, but my new book I have out.
Oh yeah.
What?
Let's hear it.
Another
Yeah,
one?
new book. Yeah, I have a new book.
Okay.
It's called this will get you. Um, Splinters from the Pew, dealing with church hurt.
Yeah, I think that's the one that caught my eye.
Yeah, that just came out end of the year.
Mhm.
That's uh, that book is very enlightening. You know, I don't tear down churches. I don't tear down people because it just happens. A lot of people are suffering from church hurt. They are.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you know people that's been hurt from church
Yeah.
hurt, and it's a lasting effect because it diminishes the belief in God. Well, God, if you love me, why didn't you allow them to do that? But it's not that.
Right.
People,
You go to
we
church
put
to get healed, not to
yes, yes,
be hurt. Yes.
yeah, yeah. A lot of people are being hurt instead of being healed. And I'm trying to, again, encourage people to keep on going. Just because that person healed you, God didn't do it. That person did it. But you still
Mm-hmm.
have to learn to trust in God and not
Yes.
give up because He didn't do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He may, but He allowed us to build something up in you to let you know that you stop relying on man because man is fallible.
Right.
Right.
And
And people have to realize everybody in the church are not saints.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Some come for other agendas.
Right. You're right.
Mhm.
You're right.
Mhm.
We're looking
Mhm.
for the person to be all this big and mighty. No, God's the only one big and mighty. That's it.
Yes.
No, that's it. I can't sit here and serve a pastor or serve a bishop, whatever that is, and put him above God. No, he's not above God. God is first. And that, the book deals with a lot of people, that's been hurt, including me.
Brother James, I want to put your contact information on the screen so that people
Okay.
can reach you. Is there an email or a website you'd like me to list?
Yes, you can go to James D. White Senior Inspires.com or just jamesdwhitesenior.com.
What part of Jersey you're in?
South Jersey.
I know, but where?
Glassboro.
Oh, okay. That's
It's,
way down the parkway.
yeah, it's about, I'm 20 minutes from Philly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you way.
Yeah, I'm down the other end.
Oh, yeah. I'm up here near 148.
Oh, okay. You up top.
Yep.
Yes.
I want to give our audience members a chance to ask you some questions. So if you're listening to us today, the number that you can send a text message to is 407-914-6519. 407-914-6519. You can text us your question for our guests, and we will do our best to get them answered for you. So my next question for you, what was that? Your third book that you just
Yes.
What where does your creative process come from? Is it just still coming from the journals or?
Yes, it's still coming from the journals and
Okay.
and my conversations I have with people, throughout, my journey, I just write it down. I listen. I'm gonna learn to listen to people.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I do. I listen. I try to help, try to encourage. I feel that's my job, to encourage.
So you got some more books coming, sounds like.
Yes.
I hear more books on the way.
Okay. It is exciting to hear from a male audience member. It really is. And I just got somebody who came in the studio and said, "Why is he writing books? Is he making money writing books?" So I have to thank my interns for watching and chipping in. But how is this man making money selling books? I want to know.
It's not about the money. Trust me, it's not about the money.
Yeah.
It's getting that word out. Yeah.
the word out. I feel like now this is my ministry now to get the word out, you know, not being on a pulpit, whatever like that, but just trying to get the word out to reach the masses.
Absolutely. That's very
yes,
important.
yes. Wow.
Oh, very important. Thank
What
you,
what
Lord.
what type of acting were you doing?
Well, I was on. I'm gonna. If you look at Tubi, you can find a movie. It's called what is it called? Oh, Paper Gems. Paper Gems. It's called. It's about that movie is about young adults, you know, dealing with life itself. I played a father figure in the movie. Also, there's a series coming out. Hopefully this year. It's called Losing My Pride, and I play a police officer in that. So it's, you know,
You just sweep it like, no, that's a big
Yeah.
thing. It's like,
Yeah. I'm just talented like that. You know, I'm just
yeah,
blessed,
yeah.
highly favored, anointed. Yeah, yeah.
And here you are on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that is wonderful.
Yes, you have to
Wonderful.
look that up. What was the name of it?
Paper Gems.
Paper Gems?
Yes, Paper Gems.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right, we're
Tubi.
going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, I want to hear about these 9 children.
Okay.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a bit.
Okay.
All right. I've had wives and I've had friends, an anthology for women written by the men we are trying to love. Gentlemen, you are cordially invited to become an author by sharing your thoughts and experiences in our anthology. Tell us about your love for sports. Tell us about your love for grooming. Tell us about your love for gaming. Tell us what you want us to know. Submit your bio, headshot, and your story, along with the submission fee of $250. Send it to Author Avalon Brown 165 at yahoo.com, or you may send your info to Angie BEE Presents at gmail.com. An anthology for women written by the men we are trying to love. I've had wives and I've had friends. Brought to you by Author Avalon S. Brown and me, the Queen Bee, Dr. Angie BEE. Every woman has a room. Every story builds the house. Rooms Inside Her, an anthology. Rooms Inside Her will be a powerful anthology that explores the deeply personal, yet universally relatable stories of women from all walks of life. Purpose and impact is to celebrate the diverse voices of women and their experiences, regardless of background. Create a community of shared experiences, sparking conversations around identity, womanhood, healing, and triumph. Submission deadline is August 15th, 2025. Submission fee is $250. Send an email to sisterbatten@gmail.com, sisterbatten @gmail.com. Rooms Inside Her. I am excited about Rooms Inside Her because they received so many submissions that, well, I shouldn't tell it, but they did extend the deadline from August to February. And it looks like it may be like a 2-part project. Again, I don't want to tell too much about it, but you do have time to submit your story for Rooms Inside Her. Now, I've had wives and I've had friends, the men's anthology. That submission deadline is the end of February as well. So we're excited to be able to represent two upcoming projects, one targeted at women and another targeted at men. And so we're thrilled about that. All right, we're gonna bring Avalon back in. And Avalon, that man
Yeah.
said he had 9 children. Come on back
He
in,
did. He
Brother
did
White.
mention he was in the street at one time,
Uh,
right? I'm sure this is during his street days.
yes, yes, yes.
But Avalon, if he wrote a book about each child like you do, you write a
Oh
book about
yeah.
all your children and grandchildren, yeah, he'd be writing for a while.
Each have a different character, I'm sure.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
they are. Yes, they are.
Give, give us the testimony of 9 children, sir. Tell us what we need to know.
Well, I started out young. My first child was born when I was 18. I just turned 18. That's my daughter. The next one's born. They're basically all stair steps.
Oh,
Basically.
really?
Yeah. I got married the first time when I was 17. So I had 4 by that person. Then I was out in the streets. Had 2 more. Then I had another one. So I have four girls and 5 boys. So my youngest just turned 25.
Oh, bless the
Oh
Lord.
wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody's grown. Everybody's
They're all
grown.
grown, huh?
Yes, ages from
Wow.
46 to 25. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
Mm.
Love them all though.
I can imagine.
yeah.
I can imagine. How could you not?
Yeah.
There are aspects of you. How could you not?
Right.
Mm-hmm. I know when I look at my 2 daughters, I see so much of their father in them. Everything I loved about that man, and I'm grateful because it when I had resentment in my heart, it seemed like my kids just reflected everything I didn't like about him. So
Mm,
it definitely made a big difference
Right.
to change
yeah.
my heart and how I looked at things, and it's a beautiful thing. I appreciate that, and yeah, be sure you keep writing because
Oh.
I, yeah, because I know even if it was just one child, they would want to know
Mhm.
more about you,
Yes.
um,
Yes.
Yeah.
and having
What do
it
they
come from. Go ahead,
go
sweetie.
no, I was gonna ask him what do they think about his writing,
They're proud
his
of me.
book? Yeah.
They're proud. I'm like I told them, I'm trying to build legacy and let them know, about their father, you know, um, what I went through, my shortcomings. And I try to, even though children gonna be children, they're gonna do what they want to do. But I try to advise them, okay, you see what I did and what I did wrong. I'm trying
Mhm.
to help you guys not to go that path, but it's your whatever your destiny is your destiny. But my job is
Right.
to let you know where I can try to help you where you fall short, or
Mhm.
give you a little bit of advice. But it's up to them to do whatever what they're going to do.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But
That is a
always remember,
blessing.
God is the author and finisher.
Mm,
Right. Right.
mm, mm, mm,
Right.
Yes, that's
mm,
so true.
I love
Very
it. I
true.
love it. I love it. We have one question that just came in, and I'm trying to pull it up so I can ask you, but here it is. Are you doing book signings? And if so, how do you get them scheduled?
I'm still working on that. Um,
Okay. Okay.
Hopefully by February I should have something set up.
Okay.
Um, yeah, hopefully by February, because I'm planning.
Well, if it helps, I usually will ask a friend or a cousin or somebody that I know And I usually ask them if I can come over to their home, invite 2 or 3 friends, which
Right.
ends up being, a lot more.
Right.
But I bribe them with saying I'll bring a fruit platter or something, and those little beginnings, those little beginnings, that's something you can put together, quickly, and
Yeah.
yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, Mr. White, we're gonna put you backstage for a minute. If you can hang around, we want to introduce you to some of our other guests that are coming on the show. But I thank you for your time. I thank you for your joy and your wisdom.
I
Yeah.
know so
Thank
much.
you.
We'll stay connected.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. He's a jewel. He's a
Yeah.
jewel. All right, Avalon, tell us about Tony. He is waiting in the wings, ready to pop in and tell us something
Okay.
good. Mhm.
Tony Lindsay is the author of 17 books,
Oh, goodness.
spanning from mystery, urban drama, speculative fiction, young adult literature, and short stories. His
Wow.
work has appeared in the Chicago Defender, Digo, Mega Paper,
Mm.
Sakanda,
Mm.
Timbuktu.com, and other literature publications. He
Wow.
has contributed articles and reviews to national platforms. An accomplished educator, he holds advanced degrees in creative writing, English and editing, and
Mhm.
multicultural literature, and has taught at colleges and universities across the country. He is widely respected for his literary range, cultural insight, and commitment to storytelling that reflects lived experiences. Wow.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to the show, Tony.
Hey, hello. How are you guys? I had to
Good,
look
good.
around. I had to look around and see who you was talking about. I was like, who is that guy? You know. But thank you for inviting me.
17 books.
Say again, dear.
17 books. That's an inspiration.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Mhm.
writers do way more. When I look at well, not that. Yes, I thank you. It is an inspiration. But when I look at people's careers, like Walter Mosley, and they people write tons of books. 17 sounds like I'm a junior on the stage, which is pretty
No.
cool with me. I don't mind being a junior.
Wow. Sounds like you have expertise in writing.
Yeah, I knew early on that's what I wanted to do, but as an undergraduate, I wasn't sure. I kept writing, but I didn't major in English as an undergraduate. I majored in psychology, um, which helped me get my first jobs out of school and all that. But later, when I read about writers, because I studied writers' lives, and I was like, well, they major in English, they get MFAs, and so that's what I did. I went back to school. I got an MFA, then I got an MA, and did some editing stuff. So I looked at what other writers. I mimicked my life after what I'd seen other writers do, like Sterling Plump, Hakeem Adabudi, along those lines.
Mhm.
Wow.
So you're developing characters in your books.
Hmm.
How does character development work? Do you just dream about Sophia, or you just make up Jeffrey because of a friend that you have? How does your character development, how does that process work for you?
Well, usually for me, one character will be vital to the story, right?
Mhm.
And then I'll ask, well, what does this character look like? And then I'll ask, well,
Mm.
what would this character do in this situation?
Oh, wow.
Everybody starts out as me, right? Well, what would I do? But then I'm like, well, no, it's not me. It's about what would a female do in this situation? What would a white person do in this situation? And
Mhm.
then things develop, things start. As far as traits, I get them from, people I know who are alive, or things I've seen, or I imagine how that person would act in that situation. If, let's say if Alan was Alan is a male escort in this new book. If Alan was arrested, how would he respond? And then I think about who he is and put it together. Think about his background. A lot of the development starts from what I initially write, and then I develop from what's initially written. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it
Yeah.
did. Because I write based upon a testimony. I write whatever God tells me to write. And so if it's a hardship or something that I went through, I am fascinated by people who can create characters. It fascinates me. So I would love to write a novel one day and see if I can develop characters. And so I'm
Well,
gonna
think
take your
about the
advice.
situation. What would you like to see different in the world? What would you like to see that's there change? Like,
Yeah.
would you like the environment to be no pollution, a clean planet?
Okay.
And think about how would you react if the planet was clean? How would
Oh,
you
wow.
react if you were white and the planet was clean? How
Yeah.
would you react if you were a man and the planet was clean? How would you
Wow.
react if you were a rich man who made money off fossil fuels and the planet was clean?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
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 That's a good one. That's a good
Oh,
one.
okay. Okay.
Listen, I want to put your contact information on the screen so people can reach you. What do you prefer? A website or an email address?
You can get me on Amazon. I do have a website. It's ooh, wow. Oh yeah, Pen for Hire, pen-for-hire.com. But you can buy the books off Amazon.com. Just Tony Lindsay, Lindsay. Put that name in Amazon, and the books will Amazon or Barnes and Noble, and the books will pop up. I'm on Facebook, and that's pretty much it. And writing.night@gmail.com. Send me an email.
And the pen for hire, PEN hyphen the number 4 or
Yeah, the number
word.
4
Okay.
hyphen
Hire.
hire.com.
Okay, look up
And
under
then
your name
you
and see
can
if I got it
email me
right.
directly at writing WRITING.night NIGHT @gmail.com.
Okay.
That's the quickest way. Or you can
Thank
Yeah.
hit me on Facebook. I respond.
Thank you.
What
I'm
did you
actually
say
busy.
your latest book is? You
Oh,
mentioned your
what if I
latest
don't?
book.
What if I don't? It's a murder mystery. It's really good. It's a page turner. People finish it in 3 days max. Some people have finished it in 2. It's a good story.
You have
It's
the
different.
cover? Can you hold the book up?
Oh, sure. Let me see.
What if I don't?
Okay.
Yeah, the
Wow.
cover is a little controversial. I had some people that wouldn't put it on their sites because of the cover, but I wanted it. I wanted that cover because it was vital to the character. Talking about characters, it was vital to understand this person. So, the graphic person did a good job of capturing her. So I wanted it to be on the cover.
Absolutely spectacular.
Nice. Nice.
It's a
Do
good
you have a
story.
favorite character out of all of your books?
Not really, but I have a frequent character because I've written a series of mysteries called the One Dead series. This isn't part of that series, but I've got one dead preacher, one dead doctor, one dead lawyer, and one dead activist.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Each one of those is a novel, and the main character is David Price, and he is middle-aged guy, lives in Chicago on the South Side in Inglewood, and he's a bodyguard, and he gets pulled into all of these different situations, and there's always a murder, an activist, a preacher, a doctor, a lawyer, and so he's probably the most frequent character. But I did a vampire book, Melody Knight. That's this one. She's a fun character. It was so much fun writing her. But again, I wouldn't say she's my favorite. And this one has a female hit person, a hitman. So that was
Yeah.
pretty, So
Wow.
I don't have a favorite. I like all of them. You know, even the ones that other people don't like, I like them. You know?
Mm.
Like our kids, we don't have a favorite child. We
Right,
just,
right, right.
yeah,
They're
it's
all
just
my favorites. They're all
about
my
them. Yeah.
favorites. Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's good. That's good. Well, when we come back from this break, we've got just a couple of questions. Like Latiska Powell said, sounds like very interesting content.
Hmm.
So very interesting content from Latiska, and I appreciate you for watching, sis. It is good to hear from you. Okay, we're going to take just a quick break here on Books and Besties. And when we come back, we'll bring Brother James D. White Sr. back on the screen so he can introduce himself. And we'll see what happens after that.
Sounds
We'll be
good.
back.
Ooh.
Living with anxiety and depression can feel like you're drowning. Come join a tribe that will help you press through parenthood and life. Maternal Matters Favored.org, mmfavored.org. Mommy, why do I have a cold? Written by Avalon Brown. Dedications. This book is dedicated to all of my grandchildren. You are always coming to hug and kiss Nana, especially when you have runny noses, sneeze, or cough. Nana loves you. Let's work together to keep the germ population down.
Mommy, where do colds come from? Why do I have one?
Mommy, why do I have a cold? Written by Avalon Brown. Narrated by Sonia B., Sandra B. Produced for audiobook by Angie BEE Productions. And narrated by me, the Queen Bee, Angie. DJ Shaheem Care Mix Edits. Explore innovative fusion music of hip-hop, house, Afro beats, and gospel genres all rolled into one perfect mix. Visit the world of a gospel praise experience as DJ Shaheem shares his new edit packs, filled with a remarkable experience. Enhance and elevate your worship experience through praise as we embark on a new and unique purpose to glorify Jesus and what he has been able to do in our lives. If you are looking for a different vibe in your worship and praise experience, this will definitely keep you moving and inspire you throughout your day and week. These mix and edit packs are not only for DJs and radio stations, but are meant for gospel music lovers as well. Take time out and visit DJ Shaheem Care Mix Edits for your music source. Support the ministry as we reach others and draw them closer to Christ. Stay blessed, safe, and encouraged. DJ Shaheem Mix Edits. .sellfy.store. I'm so encouraged because we've got two strong men as our guests today. Our associate producer, Avalon, has done a wonderful job getting them scheduled and preparing us to meet them. It's a rarity. I believe it is a rarity to find a man that pours out his heart into a book, much less a Black man. And I hate to say it that way, but that's the way I was born in 65. So my grandparents talked about that. Men are going to keep their thoughts and dreams to themselves because they don't want to either be disappointed or don't want somebody to punish them for even having an intelligent thought, much less write it down. And so I'm a little emotional right now having Brother James and Brother Tony here, just talking to us like we belong, like they don't mind sharing what they're sharing. So Avalon, we're gonna bring you back on stage right quick, and I just want to thank you for scheduling them both because I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
I truly am. I love a good testimony. It seems like Brother James has has just gotten started with sharing from his heart, and Brother Tony just holds up several of his 16 books like, it's no big deal. And so I thank you for inviting them to the show. I thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, let's bring both of them back. Brother James and Brother Tony, would like to introduce yourselves to each other.
What's up, man? How are you?
Sir, how are you?
I'm good. Good. It's good to meet you.
Good.
I was
Good to meet
listening
you too.
backstage.
Yeah, I was 16. Was 17 or 16 new books you have?
I'm sorry. Could you say that again? Let me turn up my
You have
phone.
6. How many books do you have? 16, 17?
Yeah.
Books?
Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
I've
Wow.
but I've been writing a little while though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was our first question that was coming up for you, Tony. How long does it take you to write a book? And when did you get started writing?
Okay. Well, I guess I've always written, short stories as a kid. Used to do ghost stories. And then when my other classmates liked it, that kept me writing. I was first published in 99, 2000. First published by Black Words, and One Dead Preacher was the first one.
Oh,
I was
good.
told to write a mystery, and the mystery would get picked up. So 99, 2000, and Black Words was the first publisher. And then it just started. That's where it started.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, next question is for both of you. Um, how are you marketing your books? How do you find an audience? How are you doing that? Brother James, you want to give us a hint first?
um, Marketing is the key. Right now, I'm doing everything I could do. Amazon. Um, I do. I've hired someone to do some advertisement for me, and I try to put things out on Reels and on Facebook and stuff like that. To especially, I've been finding out that word of mouth it does a lot better too. By
Yeah,
people reading it and recommend it to other people.
yeah, yeah. Brother Tony, what about you? How have you been successfully showcasing and promoting your books?
Okay, I use marketing services, services that I see on Facebook that other people use. I use those, like I use Queenie, I use Ellen, I use Cyrus. Um, I use a lot of different services. I try to keep track of people who've emailed me, and I email them back. I have my own database of people who I've been sending out emails to. I should have probably, and this is something I'm giving advice here. Like when you do events, have people write down their emails. That way you can reach them. I should have done that, but I was poor because I get so wrapped up at the event. But I've known people who do that, and they're successful with that because it generates your own personal list. Um,
Mhm.
Services, I send out a lot of emails. Facebook, I contact book clubs through Facebook, Twitter. Um, but that's pretty much it. Oh, and I go to events. I don't go. I used to go anywhere. Like I'd go down to Florida, Cincinnati. Now I kind of stay in the Chicagoland area. Since I've been doing it a while, my people, you know, look forward, or when I send them a note, they'll buy the book. Or so I've got a group of people who read me, and they tell others about me, and that works out pretty good.
Mhm. Mhm. That's good. We're going to share these tips at the end of this month. We're going to share your tips at the Fresh Book Festival, which is in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Oh
It is the
wow.
largest book festival in the state, and every time we learn something from each other, we share it. So I'll be sharing your tips with others at the Fresh Book Festival. Thank you, thank you. Avalon, I know you got questions. I'm trying not to interfere with
No,
with that.
you're doing fine. You're doing fine. You're
Okay.
doing fine. I did want to ask Tony, is he still an educator? He's still teaching at the
Yes.
colleges?
I currently I teach composition at Ivy Tech in Gary. English composition. I don't part time. I retired. I'm semi-retired, but I do teach 2 or 3 classes every now and then. That's pretty much it. I spend a lot of my time working, writing, um, looking for publishers, for agents. So this career is always you're always developing, you're always pushing, you're always trying something new. So that is the that's how you stay in your readers' minds, right? You got to stay out there as best you can.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Mhm. That makes a lot of sense. A
Hmm.
lot of sense. Now, I want to know from either one of you, what do you think the biggest challenge is in sharing a story? Is it that you wonder if anybody's gonna like it, or uh, 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 what's a challenge that may have come up in the writing process or the promotion process of your book?
Tony, you can take that one. You've been doing it longer.
No worries, no worries. As far as you said, the promotion and the creative part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as the creative part, um, what I do is I build it around the conflict, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Once I have a protagonist, there should be an antagonist. And
Mm.
sometimes I want the antagonist to be as strong as the protagonist. So that's
Mhm.
a challenge for me. As far as the marketing, the best example I have right now is this cover, right? I wanted that cover. Um, a lot of the press release places didn't want the cover. I
Oh,
don't
wow.
know if it would have been better had I given in a bit on that. I don't know, but I stuck with it, and it hasn't. So, and it's a learning process, right? Even since 1999, 2000, I'm still learning things. But so I guess the difficult part as far as marketing, for me, is listening. I don't.
Mm. Yes.
I'm still kind of, I like it, so
Right.
this is the one I'm
Mhm.
going with. And that's been an advantage of being, uh, for this book. This book was self-published. And the advantage was I was able to do with it what I wanted to do with it,
Right.
so,
Mhm.
you know,
Right.
we live and learn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Next question for Brother James. Do you have a favorite publisher that you work with, or are you self-publishing, or tell us
I,
about that?
I'm doing a little bit of everything. I've worked with uh, so far 3 different publishers. Um, I'm happy with the first 2. The third one, I'm not so much. Um,
Mhm.
it's to me, uh, to find a good publisher, you just got to research, research, research. Um,
Yes.
um, a lot of people, they want to charge you astronomical fees for doing nothing, or saying they promise you something that they're going to do for you, but they don't do it.
Mm.
So since I'm new at this, I'm trying to listen to Brother Tony to see what he has to offer. Because this is my first go around, so
I know.
I'm trying to learn what I'm going to be a sponge to learn what I can learn.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I went through a couple of publishers too.
Mm,
Yeah.
Now I'm all self-published.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I I start out with each book trying to find a publisher. I prefer to have a publisher. if we are aligned. I've been fortunate. I haven't had any really bad problems with publishers. I've had some good ones: Black Words, Penknife Press, Urban Books, Third World Press. So I've been fortunate to have publishers that knew the industry, that were established. I have, and my experience with self-publishing is when I couldn't find a publisher, then I self-published. So it's a learning process. Personally, I prefer to have a publisher because they know the ins and outs more than I do, and they can market the book better. I get more book sales when I've had publishers than when I've done as a self-published.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I got it. Now, earlier, Tony, you mentioned something about an agent. What's the importance of having an agent? Why should an author have an agent?
If you're fortunate enough to get an agent, that's somebody who knows the publishing industry, right? These are people who know who's looking for what. So ideally, because it doesn't always happen, I've had 1, 2, 3 agents, and it was a lot easier. Agents, they are in touch with what publishers are doing what. So that's their that's their livelihood. So if you can get an agent, that's so much better, because they're going to look at the publishers. They're going to go out, they're going to market your piece. You could write, and they could go out and I had one agent die. I had one agent retire. No, I had 2 agents retire. One died. One said she just was no longer doing it, and the other one said the same thing, because the industry has changed. There was a time when Black books were vogue, right? Books with African American characters, themes, and issues were in vogue. I'm not going to say it's no longer the case, but we aren't as in vogue as we were, So, and they make their money off selling books. So if they've got a product and the market isn't demanding that product, then the chances of you getting an agent is harder. So you got to dig deeper. Just got to dig deeper.
Dig a little deeper.
I want to ask you a question though. These agents, are these the type of agents that get your book published, or are these the type of agents that get you an advance deal with the publishing company?
That's the same thing. If you have an agent, they want to find a publisher to publish your book.
But are they getting you advance money?
Yes.
Or do you have to pay out money?
Oh no, they're good. If you get a true literary agent, they're going to find you in advance, because they're going to get 15% of that advance. Right.
I was just wondering what type of agents you had.
The ones I had were the ones that secured advances and found publishers.
Oh, okay. No, because I know there's a lot of literary agents out there that don't do that, but then they call themselves literary agents.
So what do they do?
They get you published, but you still got to put out some money. Yeah, that's why people have to be careful when they're looking for when agents say I'm an agent, because I researched all of that, because that's the type of agent I'm going for too, the advanced one that's going to get me an advance. Because a lot of literary agents has contacted me, but they weren't that tight.
Yeah, they sound more like managers. They don't sound like that. Yeah, they sound more like managers or people
and self-publishing your book too. Yeah, basically.
Okay. I mean, if that's I've had to use those services twice, so that's okay too. I think the end result is, what are you going to do to move it forward, right?
Right.
Yes, it's better if for me, in my experience, it was better to have a publisher, right? Because again, I sold more books when I had somebody whose business was to sell books, right? My self-publishing arm, I had to learn how to contact people to sell the books. Whereas when I had a,
Mm-hmm.
they knew how to sell the books, and it was easier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Right.
But like you said, you gotta do your homework. You gotta figure out who knows what and how
Mm,
you can align with them. And
Right. Yeah.
yeah, literary agents. I remember having that conversation with you, Avalon, when we were talking about
mm-hmm.
um, finding out who they are, what they do, and
Yeah.
how they can help. Mm-hmm.
There's
And the
an
special letters
agency.
you got to send them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's an agency that tells you who are actual literary agents.
Right.
It's
Right.
not the WGA. I don't know what to call, but there's a a board that certifies it, that lets you know that these are legitimate literary agents.
Yeah, I found that. I forget the name of it, but I
Mm,
found that link. Yeah.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
there are people um, that do this for a living. And with AI, it's been you could find better ones. You know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the next question that came in uh, uh, is writing your full-time passion, or is it still just a hobby? James, you want to tell us first?
But now since I retired, so this is what I do. It's my new part time job, I guess. This is what I do. Nothing else to do, so this is right.
Yeah, me too.
Good, good, good. Brother Tony, what about you? This your full-time, or we know you're teaching, but
Yeah, I'm teaching part time. I'm writing full time. Um,
mm,
it started out as I think I've always done it full time, even when I had a full time job, because this was I knew I studied writers, and I knew what it took to. When I first started, I was traveling. I was going all over the country. The publisher paid for some I paid for. So it wasn't. It's always been the major factor in my life. It's always been at the center of what I do. It wasn't like I, just all of a sudden decided, hey, I'm going to do this. I mean, I was a kid wanting to do it. I was reading Donald Goines books saying, oh, I could do this. So
wow.
it's been a little bit different.
My goodness, my goodness.
Wow.
Okay, we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back with more from our two authors. We'll be back with more in just a bit. Still, I care. Nurses rising after bullying. Presented by visionary author Avalon S. Brown, RN, BSN. Still, I care. Nurses Rising After Bullying is a powerful and restorative anthology that amplifies the voices of nurses who faced workplace bullying, yet chose resilience over silence. Within these pages, their stories uncover the unseen wounds behind the scrubs, where whispers, exclusion, and systematic mistreatment tried to dim the light of compassionate hearts. But these nurses did not surrender. From quiet tears in the break room to hard-won triumphs at the bedside, this collection celebrates the courage, purpose, and unwavering care that embody the true spirit of nursing. Whether you are a nurse, a healthcare leader, or someone who has ever felt overlooked, this book will encourage you to rise, advocate for others, and believe that healing is always within reach. Still, I care. Nurses Rising After Bullying. Presented by visionary author Avalon S. Brown. Please allow us to introduce you to one of the graduates of our YEP program.
Hi, I'm Sandra BEE. I live in Michigan. And yep, I'm an author.
YEP, Youth Entrepreneur Author Program. Our goal is to initiate literacy in students and lead them to entrepreneurship through authorship. Our mission is to identify and invite organizations to participate in this program. Students participate in virtual writing workshops where they are encouraged to write their stories and provide reviews of stories read. We ask you to support our youth. For a donation of only $50, your company or organization will be mentioned as a youth supporter in the next audiobook. Send an email to yepI'mAnAuthor@gmail.com to provide a scholarship for a young person to participate.
Yep, I'm an author.
Proceeds are accepted and disbursed by Angie BEE Productions. And now, these students are authors and entrepreneurs. Follow us online. Just search for Yep, I'm an Author on Facebook. Use the hashtag Yep, I'm an Author. Or call 407-914-6519. That's 407-914-6519 for more information. This program is sponsored in part by Angie BEE and Barty Productions.
Yep, I'm an author.
We remain excited about the young people that are excited about writing books. And so the Yep, I'm an Author program is recruiting now. We'd love to have a few more students that want to write something before school dismisses for the summer break. That way, during the summer break, they can be selling their books. So that works out wonderfully. All right, Avalon, let's come on back in.
Yes.
I'm enjoying the conversation today, so we're gonna bring our fellas back.
Before you do that,
Oh yeah,
I
go
just
ahead.
I just want to put out one of the links that I have that I use because I just really found out, I guess in the last month, about these type of agents. So the link is quarry that I use, quarrytracker.net/agents.
Oh,
And
and
it has all the different literary agents that can get you in advance to a book deal, but each one of them have different requirements for how you would submit the letters to them, what type of letter, whether it's a book proposal or a query letter. So
okay,
you have to read up about each one of these and make sure that you're conforming to what they want in order, you're not going to always get an acceptance. I think I done wrote about 10 so far letters, but this is the link that I use. And it has
okay.
these are the literary agents that can get you in advance.
All right, sounds good. I'm glad you got that information. Thank you, honey. All right, we're gonna bring Brother James back in and Brother Tony back in. I appreciate you both. And next question that we have is, what genre do you write in? That's the question. What is your book genre? James, can you tell us?
I am self-help, religious, inspirational, yeah, stuff like that. That's what I do.
Oh, okay. And Brother Tony, what would you consider?
I write in urban. I write mysteries. I write thrillers. I write speculative. Um, and I do short stories. And I do young
Oh.
adult. Young adult.
Mm.
Yeah, I've got. I try to do different genres, um, only because there's different readers and I've got different points I want to make. So I'll, mix genres. I've written, like I said, 4 mysteries in the One Dead series. I've got one outside of the What If I Don't? It's not part of the series. My speculatives includes Melody Night and also Urban Affair, which was Street Possessions. So I've done different ones, different genres.
Mhm.
And the young
Mhm.
adults are Almost Grown and Fat from Papa's Head.
Wow.
Hmm.
Fascinating.
Speculative fiction. What exactly is that? I never heard that
That's
before.
okay. So it's like um, magical realism a little bit, but it's like what could happen. Like some people would put paranormal, right? Vampire, horror, all under the speculative genre. Um, Weird space travel. They could call it sci-fi. So speculative is like something that's outside of reality, outside of what you would
Mm.
think is real. It's speculative, right? Um, but it depends on what magazine you're reading. Some people will call it magical realism. Some people will call it horror.
Mm.
Some people will call it paranormal. But I look at it
Oh.
as something outside of what is reality.
Mm.
Mm.
It's yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Outside of reality. I can think of a couple things. Oh my goodness. I tell you. All right. We always try to ask something that could help another person be inspired. So, James, what advice would you give someone to encourage them to write a book?
That your life is important to someone. You
Oh,
may think that you're going through some things um, that you don't want to tell anybody, but your story can help a lot of people. Because
Jesus.
we're all suffering from something.
Yes.
Now, whether you want to talk about it or not, that's up to you. But your story can help a lot of people, no matter what it
Mm,
is, because you're still
right.
here to tell it. You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
there's a victory. We all have victory because we're still here.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know, you may be suffering from something, but guess what? You're still here.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's what I would tell you. Just your story means something. No matter what you go
Mhm.
through, it means something.
Yes, Lord. Yes. You're right. You're right. Tony, what's your thought?
I was told a good writer always has something to say, right? But a
Mm,
good Black writer has something to say about his or her community. So if you've
yeah.
got something in your mind that you want to say, like about, for example, I don't know, the environment, right? You think the air needs to be clean. Well, write a story that says the air needs to be clean. If you're a good Black writer, and this is again what I was told, you want to write something that can make your community better, right? Or something that could identify a problem, right? If I can identify a problem and get people thinking about it, I think that's a positive thing. So
Yeah,
That is
that's
positive.
yeah.
yeah, that's how I look at it.
I truly admire you both. I truly do.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's beautiful, beautiful. I tell you what, we're gonna have to have you both back on the show again because I love this interaction between the two of you.
Mhm.
Um, it's almost like you guys know what the other one's gonna say, and so yeah, we got the spiritual and we got the paranormal. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yes, I am thrilled. So I think I've got one more question for the both of you, and then we'll let you go. I wish all the questions would come in at the same time, but they text me at different times throughout the show. So um and I think we may have addressed this, but I want to recognize the person that sent in this message. Um they want to know what what's the first step that you suggest anyone should take to write their own book? What's the first step? James, you want to address that?
First step is just write it. Write it down.
Oh,
Journal what you going through. Write it
yeah,
down.
yeah.
That's what I did, and I wrote it and just kept writing until I was ready to put it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. So
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Tony, what do you think?
Yeah, I would say a couple of things could be first, right? First, know what it is you're writing about, what it is, what you want to say, but then outline it, right? I find that when people do an outline, when they can see that it can reach the end and that they have a pattern of what they want to do, then it gets finished, or at least that attempt gets done. So when you do the outline, you also want to, like you learned in school, identify your climax, know you're building to a climax, and then what happens after the climax. Have that in mind while you're doing the outline, and get people started.
Okay. All right.
Does that make sense?
Have the end game in mind as you get started.
Mm. Mhm.
Gotcha.
Well, if you do the outline, it'll help. If you do the outline, it'll help you know the end game. I think the only thing you really have to have in mind is the conflict. Even if it's how to wash a car book. Talk about the time when the point of climax would be when you're actually washing the car. Well, what happens after you actually wash the car? That's the resolution. So it's traditional narrative bell curve. And I think if you have that, if you outline that process, you'll get to the end. You have like you said, you'll have the end in mind.
All right. That has been so helpful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tony, do you have any final words, any final lessons you'd like to leave our audience before we go?
What if I don't? If I don't, by Tony Lindsay, you can get it anywhere.
All right. James, you got any final words before we let you go today?
just keep holding on, keep the faith, and let
Amen.
God be God.
Amen. 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 Well, our next guest, Sister Mary, has arrived. So we're going to put you guys backstage. If you have to go, I understand. But if you can stick around a little bit longer, we'll try to bring you back in so you can meet Mary. But thank you, Tony. We
I
appreciate you for
can't hear
being
you
on the
guys. I don't
show.
know if I
And James, thank you so much. I appreciate your relaxed nature. You make me feel like I can do it. I can chill as well. So thank you very much, James. Mhm. All right, Avalon, can you tell us about Mary Beale?
Yes, Mary Bill spent many years working as a civil servant for the U.S. Department of Defense. She has worked in finance, business consulting, and accounting, and started ML Bill Consulting in 2007 to provide business administration and health and wellness advocacy to members of the community. She specialized in two areas: helps and administration. This program aids business, nonprofit, churches, and government entities. Our group serve in this ministry include property owners and potential owners needing assistance with tax matters, contracts, leases, and promotional material. Her
Mm,
second area is health and wellness advocacy. This program is designed to share practical knowledge to help and improve and enhance the quality of life of an individual. Their area of expertise includes physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health for those they serve.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I am thrilled. Welcome to the show, Miss Mary.
Yes.
Thank you so very much. Can
Nice.
you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you just fine. And you're looking stunning this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for getting up with us. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Mary, tell us what city and state, where do you live, and tell us something about you today.
I live in Cordele, Georgia, better known as the watermelon capital of the world.
Okay.
And this is my hometown. I grew up here. I didn't stay here all the time, but I went away and came back to take care of my aging mother. So I'm here. And I've been
Yeah.
here for 19 years now.
Wow.
Mm.
And I'm a young senior citizen and an old baby boomer.
Yeah. Uh-huh. We right there with you.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. You tell us something about your book.
My book, and I don't know if I can put it to the camera and get a good view. My latest book is this is my latest book. Let's see if I'm doing
Right
this
there.
right.
Right there. Yes.
Okay. This is From Cotton Fields to Castles.
Hmm.
And this book is about my life. It can contain everything, but it contains a number of things that are important about my life and growing up and traveling, working. And it shows that you can be born on a farm, but you don't have to stay there. But you respect the benefit of being raised on the farm. Because I
Right.
think that's one of the things that led to me understanding the value of wholesome food by having been raised on a farm, grew up eating from the earth, and having to witness my mother live to be 101 and had her sanity. I mean, at her death, she was really sharp. She was mentally sharp, spiritually sharp. She wasn't as physical and as can be expected after having given birth to 10 children naturally, raised 8 grandkids. So
Ooh-wee.
she was a force to reckon with.
Oh,
So
and still live to be 101.
still live
Oh,
to be
Wow.
101. Yes,
Jesus.
yes. So we had a great role model, a great coach, a great cheerleader in our mother. So, you know, that's kind of what's instilled a lot of this in me.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Wow.
Avalon, I see you got a question on your face. Go ahead.
So I want to I want her to tell us about this business and how it got started.
Okay, how the business got started, as I said, I didn't say, but I retired early to come home and be my mother's part-time or primary caregiver. But my mother was still in good health and she was still active and mobile. So I couldn't sit home all day. After having worked for about 40 years, I couldn't just sit at the house and do anything. And then just through discernment and observance, I saw there was a need in this community. And I was trying to fulfill an unmet need because the Lord had blessed me so with education, with experience and travel, that I had something that I could offer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that's how I got into the business. See, because I had studied, I'd gone to school, got an undergraduate degree in Savannah State University. And then I went on and I got a master's degree. And then I left the States and went to Africa State there 3.5 years, shared my experience, knowledge and experience there. But when my mother decided to raise 8 of her grandkids, she asked me to come home and help her raise her grandkids. So I came back to the States and worked in Atlanta for several years. And then things happened and helped raise the grandkids. And when the grandkids graduated high school, I took off again. So anyway, that's kind of I'm kind of have a gypsy spirit, and so that was manifested in the book. And that's shared in the book from cotton fields
Mm.
to castle, because once the grandchildren had graduated high school for the most part, I took an assignment to United States Army Europe and lived there for
Mm.
6 years. And so I got great exposure to castles while living in Europe.
Wow. So your mother raised 10
So
kids and then
that's kind of
raised
a
8
quick.
grandkids. Wow. Wow. So you were
And then came
working
back
in
to
that
raise four
area?
grandkids.
Were you working in the
I was
area of your business before you started doing the business?
yes. I was working in finance and accounting for the Department of the Army and for DOD, the Department of Finance and Accounting. So yes, I worked in that area. So I had some academic knowledge and some actual practical work experience.
Mm.
Mm,
Yes.
absolutely beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. So you said you have multiple books that you've written, Sister Mary?
I, oh yes, multiple book. My first book is entitled Luella Campbell Build a Force to Reckon With. That's my mother. Can you hear
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
me?
Mhm. Yes, you're breaking up
Can you
just a
hear
little
me?
bit.
You're
Yeah, let
breaking up,
me
yeah.
yeah, let me put her backstage and then see okay, let's see if that helped any.
Okay. Can you hear me now? That
Yes.
help?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Repeat your question because of the interruption.
You have multiple books. Tell us about
Oh
them
yeah.
all.
Yes. My first book, as I was saying, was a tribute to my mother for reaching 100 years, and it's titled Luella Campbell Build a Force to Reckon With.
Mm.
My second book was about her transition because I
Okay.
thought it was miraculous, and so I wanted to capture that.
Mm-hmm.
My third book was about a family friend who had been a friend for over 80 years, and I became her caregiver. She lived to be
Wow.
109 years.
Oh.
So I wanted to capture her life story, and she permitted me to do that. And her book
Mm.
is titled How to Live Well Past 100 Years.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Second book about my mother is entitled Help Me Cross Over from Earth to Heaven.
Mm. From earth to heaven.
And that book is based
Wow.
quest from my mother during her last few months. How to help me cross over from earth to heaven.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Then I participated in several anthologies. The last anthology that I participated in was Our Journey from Girls to Women.
Oh.
So that's an anthology. And
Yeah.
I have it here. Let me see if I can share it. I don't know. This light is, I think, messing with it. But this is the book. It's several female authors that
Mm.
contribute to this book. And so
Okay.
that talks about me being a middle child, middle girl. And
Mm.
there's a lot of discussion about middle children. So I just wanted to give them that all is not lost when it comes to middle children. I'm one.
Right. Right.
But I'm the seventh, biologically, I'm the seventh child born to my mother and father. But because
Mm.
they had such a wide gap of raising kids, I ended up, for the most part of my life, being that middle child,
Mm.
except until now. Now I'm the second oldest because there are four of us still living. And just as a
Okay.
little side note, we're all over 70 years old.
Wow.
Bless the
Okay.
Lord.
I'm telling
And
you.
thank the Lord, if I see September, I will move it over into the 80 group club.
All
Oh,
right.
yes.
So,
Yes.
so I'm looking forward to moving into the 80s club this year, if the
Mm.
Lord will.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes. Amen. Mm.
And then I
I'm
participated. Oh, go ahead.
I've got a couple of questions that we asked our earlier guests. And the first one is, what advice do you have for someone who, everybody told them you need to write a book, but they don't know how to get started? What advice would you have for someone that needs to write a book?
Call me and let them invite them to a Zoom workshop.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if they are really don't just take that advice and just start writing, I could help them get started with a very short time through a Zoom workshop than just telling them, and they can get the feel for it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because I encourage aspiring authors. And because, the Bible says we older women are supposed to train the younger ones. So that's what I feel like he has kept me here to assist younger people. Okay?
Book of Titus. That's exactly what the book of Titus tells us. Yeah.
That's what Titus tells us.
Mm-hmm. So I want to put your contact information up on the screen. Would you like people?
You went out. I don't know if it's my system or yours, but we had a glitch.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Yeah, the internet is acting up today.
Yes.
Tell me what your contact information is. Is there a website or an email
yes,
address?
There's a website.
Okay.
And it's MLBEAL Consulting, CONSULTINGLLC.com. And there's a contact at the end, and they will put their information and their area of interest, and I can get back to them.
MLBEAL Consultant LLC.com.
Yes.
Okay, I got it up on the screen so folks can contact you about your Zoom workshop. That would be wonderful.
And I have another website if they're interested. It's not going to be a workshop, but it's something they may be interested in to make contact with me. And that is a shorter website. And that's flipga.org.
Okay.
Got it. Well, Sister Mary, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more of Books and Besties in just a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, Dr. B.
All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time zone it is for you. My name is Terrell Duckworth. I'm an independent associate with Legal Shield. I retired from the military after 23 years of serving in the United States Air Force. And I started working with a company called Legal Shield. And the reason why I'm here today is I just wanted to let you know what we offer. A lot of people know the name, but they haven't seen the information. So one of the first things I always share with people is it gives you the ability to talk to an attorney without worrying about that high hourly cost. And it's affordable, not just to people individually, but to even small business owners. So what we like to do is share and educate you on why so many people are taking advantage of our services, from getting contracts reviewed, to getting your last will and testament done, your will, your living will, your healthcare power of attorney, and those things. We also help if you are that person that has a heavy foot. And then the last thing I like to share with people on our legal plan is we have a 24/7 coverage, because we know that people get in situations where they wish they wouldn't be and engaging with law enforcement, and you can pick the phone and enforce your rights right on the spot. Now, for you small business owners, we love to help you out. Look, we're not trying to get rid of the legal services that you already have, but we want to show you a more affordable way to deal with debt collection, contract review, maybe you got employee situations you need help with. But the bottom line is we have a lot of services we can offer you at an affordable rate. If you get a hold of me, my information is below, duckworth29@gmail.com, or my website's below. It's too long the name, so please look at it below. Or you can contact me on my cell phone, 757-344-5496. And I would like to say this, we are looking for more people to help us out and spread the word, meaning you can do what I do, make a living while making a difference. My name's Terrell Duckworth. Thank you so much for listening to our information. And I turn it back over to you, my good friend, Miss Angie BEE.
I am so grateful for Mr. Duckworth because I have been able to get my last will and testament done. I've been able to save money on legal proceedings. I truly am grateful for that. I'm truly grateful. Before we get back to the show, I just want to be sure I invite you to save the date. Save the date, September 18th and 19th. The Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar will be in Jacksonville, Florida. We are celebrating 10 years of self-love. So if you know anyone that lives with alopecia, if you know anyone that is excited about beauty and fashion, even if they have hair, we don't discriminate if they have hair. Tell them, come on and join us in Jacksonville, Florida. We've got group rates at the hotel. The hotel is on the beach with the most adorable swimming pool I've ever seen, a heated outdoor swimming pool. I'm just so excited about the venue and about our 10-year celebration. So save the date and join us for the 10th annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar. If you'd like more information, you can send an email to Bold, Beautiful, and Bald. That's and, A-N-D. Bold, Beautiful, and Bald at gmail.com. We'd love to have you. Love to have you join us. Love to have you join us. Okay, Avalon, come on back in. 10 years
Wow.
of bringing the beauty bazaar. Can you believe it?
Yes. Wow.
Yep,
Time
yep.
is flying. Yeah.
It is. It truly is. Truly is. But I don't know about you. I need Sister Mary Beal to come take care of me. She take care of folks. They live to be in their hundreds.
I'm telling you, she got the secret. Well, she did say she came up on a farm, so everything probably is natural. Not
Yes.
all this artificial stuff.
Yes, I tell you what, why is it everything I crave is processed and too much salt? And I got to learn. So let's bring Sister Mary back in so we can get one or two questions in before we end the show. Sister Mary, what encouraged you to start writing?
Truly, I have been taking notes since 1969. And what got me to start journaling was something that happened to me as a young country girl from Georgia, traveling to New York City. I happened to land at Port Authority because I was traveling by bus. And then something happened that made me become aware is that just because you're born in the South doesn't mean that you don't have knowledge, skills, and assets, because the North was always stated in such a positive that people were so much sophisticated, etc. But everywhere I've gone in the world, there are poor people, there are rich people, there are in between. Yes. And I had an experience where I got pickpocketed at Port Authority. But adhering to the advice of my mother, all my money wasn't in one place.
Oh, yeah.
Got some change.
Yeah.
They got the change first. They didn't get my money. So that kind of just let me see that even though I may not have had that worldly experience, I had wisdom. I had been trained with wisdom and guidance from my mother, which helped me to travel around the world. And so I'm still here at 79, almost 80 years old, because I adhere to the wisdom and training that she provided me.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
So, but that's what got me started with journaling. And when I traveled to Africa, I even journaled more because I wanted to capture, because I traveled to Africa in 73. So camcorders and cameras, portable cameras were not as available as they are now. So I was trying to capture some of the things that I experienced on that trip. So I started journaling, and I had all these journals. And I said, I got to do something with this. So when I retired to take care of mom, I had time on my hand. So I started to try and put those in the computer. And eventually, I had drafted the first draft of her book before she transitioned. She got to read it. This is her first book. This is not the first edition. This is the third edition.
Okay.
And she got to read it. And she said, that's about right. So,
Oh.
so I felt good because it's her life story. And
Right.
she was a testifying that it was about right.
Wow.
Because with her she had been blessed. I think she was the only one of her siblings to live to be 100, but there were several of them lived to their 90. She had one sister that was 99 and a half before she transitioned. But she always told us about her great grandmother, who she got to. And her great grandmother, she said, when she turned 12 years old, her great grandmother turned 112.
Oh.
So that had always stuck in my mind, is that to capture some of this for the next generation. So that's what this book does. It captures her life story. But more important than that, we had never seen our great grandmother or our great great grandmother. But what happened at a family reunion in Tennessee, they voted to change the name of the family reunion to the name of my great great grandmother, which is Fields, Fields. And so I went back to the area in Savannah where I was living, and I mentioned it. No, the Sunday after the family reunion, I went to church and they announced that Carolyn Fields is going to be doing something. And I asked the lady next week, point Carolyn Fields out to me. Well, she wasn't at church that day. But the lady told her that there was a lady there asking for her because I'm new to the area. So that following Monday, her husband and his cousin comes to my house. They said, you were asking about the Fields? I said, yes. He said, my cousin has his mother's storage container, and there are some photo albums.
Oh, wow.
So he brought it out to my house. They came together. They brought it out to my house. So this picture was in that photo album, and I took a picture of it, and you can see it on my computer.
Oh, wow.
And so what I did, I came home the following weekend. I came home, and I opened up my computer. My mother was so elated. She said, "That's my grandmother." It was like,
Oh,
my
wow.
because she was the only one living who had sight that could identify this, that I knew of. So that's why I started to write and try to share these stories, this history, with my nieces and nephew, grandnieces and nephew, because we have a rich history. Because in doing so, I learned that she was half Cherokee.
Oh, good.
So I knew a little bit more about the family lineage. So that's what really got me started. My mother and her siblings who passing down family history information. And then my youngest aunt had pictures of our great grandmother and great grandfather, which they had talked about. So that is what I inspired me to do in this book, a gallery, a photo gallery. So in Cotton Fields to Castle, I have a photo gallery of my travels and my family.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Nice.
That is beautiful.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. You blessed us indeed. You truly did.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank you. Then I could just, there are the anthologies that I participated in. The first anthology I participated in is a book called Achieving Results. So that's an anthology, and I talk about being a farm girl in that.
Okay.
The next anthology I participated in is Unknown Battlefields. And I talk about, my stint with the military as a civilian and my interaction with military families. I also participated in another anthology addressing caregivers, a caregiver's expression, which is
Okay.
written by nothing but caregivers.
Mm.
And as I told you about, my last anthology was Our Journey from Girls to Women.
Beautiful,
Wow,
beautiful,
nice. Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you so much, Sister Bill. I feel so good having had you on the show today. Thank you
Well,
so
I
much.
thank you. I thank you. And if you get a chance to read From Cotton Fields to Castle, leave me a comment on Amazon.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
We can do
Yes.
that. We can
Yes.
do that. Do you have any
Yeah.
other closing words of inspiration for someone who may want to start a business or acting as a caregiver? Do you have any advice?
Yes. I was blessed this past November. I was invited to Mombasa, Kenya to participate in an empowerment conference. So the scripture that we built that conference on was Ephesians 3:20. Okay? If you believe that there is a higher power, you can do almost anything, he says, because with him, all things are possible.
All things are possible.
And one of the reasons I love my mother so, and we appreciate her so, because she seemed to have known people who could get the job done. And she wasn't afraid to release us to them at a young age. And so we got some early mentoring and coaching. And we were able to attend college. I'll give you a little bit of tit story, and it's in the book, about my older sister. My older sister developed a brain tumor at the age of 10, and she was 4 years older than me. But my mother made sure she continued her education by enrolling her in the Blind Academy in Macon, Georgia, which is about 60 miles from here. So we had that family who were instrumental in promoting education, promoting spirituality, promoting family. So with that kind of foundation, I would not honor them if I didn't do something to help the next generation.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Praise God. Praise God. Thank you,
Wow.
Sister Mary. We appreciate you for being on Books and Besties. And the next time you write a book, get in touch with us so we can have you back on.
But thank you so much for having me. It was indeed an
course.
honor. And I'm always thankful about sharing what knowledge and skill that the Lord has blessed me with that may help someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you. And the best of you to the Books and Besties.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Praise the Lord. She was a jewel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was
Wow.
incredible. Yeah. I got to pick up my speed. I need to do something for my dad. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. He's a young 80, but yeah, it's about that time. It's about that time. Thank you, Avalon. I appreciate you.
Oh, sure. Appreciate you too, Angie, with your new title you done gave me.
Yeah.
I forgot the title.
Producer.
Associate something. Oh, producer.
Associate producer. Yep. That's who you are. That's who you are. All right, everybody. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of Books and Besties with me and Avalon and our guests. And if it's the Lord's will, we'll be back on another Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, everybody, and be blessed.
Wake up and turn your Saturday all the way up with Mornings with Angie BEE. Every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. Angie BEE is bringing you the hottest and newest Christian hip-hop music with a message, beats that bless, and vibes that lift your spirit. Whether you're getting ready for the day or cruising through the weekend, Angie BEE's got your soundtrack, faith, fire, and flavor. Don't miss Mornings with the Queen Angie BEE every Saturday, 8 to 10 a.m. on City Worship Radio